This video covers inductive dimmer switches. You find these dimmers on weather deck lighting systems, and I also give you the NSN because a lot of people have a hard time finding this NSN. Before we continue, remember, if you find the material in this video too technical, please watch earlier videos where I cover basic electrical knowledge. Keep in mind that the first 28 videos are best understood if you follow their sequential order. Now, back to our video. Inductive dimmer switches, they have a carbon brush that as it slides through the inductor, it changes the voltage that is delivered to the lights and therefore making them brighter or dimmer. Let's look at one dimmer switch. Here we got a dimmer switch. To remove it, obviously you got to take off all the screws, and then you will find two Allen wrenches or Allen set screws that you need to undo to be able to take it off. Inside we actually had the dimmer switch and the coils for the windings. Also, here is what's going to be the brush, which I'll show you in a moment, and these are your connections. So there are some set screws over there, but the set screws, they are just only to secure the shaft in place. To best work into it, obviously undo the 4 bolts. And this one came pretty easily because, well, it's a new unit. In the past, to make this thing come in the field, I had to make a hole in the back of this so that from the back to the hole that I made, I can stick a screwdriver and just put it in it and just bang with a hammer so that it actually pushes out. And then after that, I just get the HTs to put a patch on the hole that I had made. This plate or round plate, it acts as a conductor. And what I mean by that is that, see, inside there, no matter which way the plate rotates, it's always touching this piece of metal, that metal bar. The metal bar on the other side, it goes and it gets connected to this center screw or connection, which is number 3. So this electrical point is the one that moves from side to side depending on how the plate it is. Now, the other part of it is here, the brush. And as you can see, the brush, it makes a contact with any of those coils, and that is how it changes the potential. So all this is just a winded cable, very thick wire, because it carries a lot of current. The starting of the winding is over here, and it gets winded, and the other side, it's to that cable connection there, and those 2 points, the beginning and the end, are this point over here and this point over here. And this one, the voltage that comes out of this, it depends on whatever this is a slide. Remember, this point, this technically per se, this point, it is a brush over here, the one that keeps going, making contact from one side to the other side. The brush is made out of carbon, and it's very easy to break. If for some reason this breaks, you can just simply undo the 2 screws and it comes out. The white screws that you see over here, you should never mess with it. And the reason why they are there is so that as this starts to wear down, obviously it will touch, all of this will touch lower, and we don't want the metal contact over here to actually start touching all of this top of these windings, because it will start destroying the conductor.
Video on this
So in here we're gonna reuse the old box just because it makes life easy. But the guys are the change, and we're gonna use a new cover. Even though there is a gasket, a little trick that we discovered is that we're gonna put a little silicone compound in that side, and still put the gasket over here, and then put silicone compound all the way around here. So the idea is so that water will never get inside there. We're gonna put, even though this is grease already, we're gonna put more grease into this little part, and then a little bit of grease over here, and this part, so that also to prevent moisture from going into the system.